Good afternoon. It's real good. Somatic Tuesday. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to this. I go back to work for a couple weeks starting tomorrow, and I'm dreading it. Dread is not quite the right word. I really don't want to go back. My sleep schedule has been going out of whack for the last about a week, and I feel like I'm becoming slightly unstable. I feel less good, more irritable, less confident, clear. Conviction is at a low. I think it mostly has to do with work and really not wanting to go back to work. It may have to do with social things, although I've been taking a little bit of a social break. It may have to do with newness. We'll see. Let's get into therapy and see how this goes. Coming over the mountain, I'm noticing all sorts of different feelings and micro stories, recognizing some additional stuff like I'm afraid of the evolution I'm going through. I'm afraid of what feels like very clear advancement in personal evolution that simultaneously feels like it's making me less tolerant or interested in the matrix, the machine, corporate, the rat race, games, the old things that used to bring me a sense of security and achievement and worth. And now that I'm finding more and more joy in myself and contributing actual value in my relationship to others, I'm also finding it more difficult, for example, to sit at a menial job or, for example, do software development no matter how much they're paying me, and I'm scared. I think that's where some of the feeling of instability is coming from as well. I am also noticing that there are things that I'm feeling clear are not quite sitting well with me, that don't feel good, simple, clean, and clear for me. And I really don't want to let them go. Things that feel like high value opportunities. And that's also, and this also has some pain and sadness behind it, and fear. Not yet knowing what is it that's going to take the place and feed my sense of joy or value or security. Not yet trusting, finding that in myself. Not yet fully accepting that I am fully capable of being joyful on my own, doing nothing. Not to mention most deeply joyful in the uncovery process and meeting others in healthy interpersonal emotional intimacy, and that's virtually available with anyone who consensually agrees to sit down and meditate and make eye contact and verbalize through the process. Okay, so we're at the park, and I'll check in after somatic therapy, and I'm excited today. The excitement feels in proportion to the overwhelm. It kind of feels really significant to get into this. I almost feel like there's tears that are ready. Classic sense of sort of shedding skin or what's not serving, and pain and fear involved in that. Oh gosh, I feel a lot of joy and gratitude as well. Okay, I'll see you soon. While I'm at therapy, why don't you go ahead and share in the comments something that you're going through and working on, so we can all keep getting to know each other. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. All right, back soon. Bye. Therapy was really good. We've been seeing each other for over a year, and there's a lot of shared language and a lot of shared chemistry at this point. So the breakthroughs seem to come quickly. Yes, so the process was sort of, check in, how you doing, and then I tried to go straight towards the core topics that might be of interest, things over the last week, and try to keep it short and start at meaningful. Don't give the long-winded story. Go right at the point. Why am I talking about this? Look at these friends. Look at these friends. What a beauty. So anyways, the conclusions out of this was a sense of strength in myself that comes along with this form, this symbol, where I had seen and that I'm actually able to look up to in this particular way, a sort of strength and embodiment of, I guess, a man who embodies strength and emotionality and purpose and conviction, and noticing for me a real sense of power. I came through this idea of grounding and then having this space for myself emotionally, and then having conviction even around small purpose. And I'm not exactly sure how to get back to this place reliably, which is why I'm planting all these anchors, the symbols, noticing in the experience that I had this sense of my right arm turning fully in, a little bit further than fully in, and this fist down, and it was me interfacing. It was actually this other person interfacing with a female friend of mine that I think very highly of, and somehow without any sort of anger or without triggering her, just saying, I'm gonna be in the kitchen, and going, and me feeling like, wow, this woman deserves that. And also noticing in myself this fear that I don't know if it comes from fear of triggering my mother or something, having some slight tone of voice that causes her to but yeah, I saw that this character that comes up in this sort of Y shape, where I'm taller, I'm broad in the shoulders, and clear, and have conviction and purpose, versus this sort of child who doesn't really want to do it and just wants cereal, and he's gonna play video games, and that stuff might be okay sometimes, but I want access to this place, and I'd really like to grow into this sense of conviction, even in small purpose. That's why I use that example of, like, I'm gonna be in the kitchen. Just okay. Like, I'd like some space. I'm gonna go get Mexican food. Just real clear. Because, for example, in contrast, I have fear that I'm potentially addicted to feeling good, to this sweet, soft yin space. Like last night, the whole thing was sweet and soft and flowy the entire time. The music, the slowness, very sensitive people. And also, for the first time in my life, I've thought, maybe I've had too much paradise. Maybe the people here are so soft, I'm losing an edge that is part of a well-rounded person, effective, healthy being. So that's very interesting to see as well. And in any case, this park is beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna go walk back to the car, and I'll check in with you one more time, and then we'll wrap this up. So a couple other notes I took early on in the session. I feel like something that worked really well was go ahead and go into the story. Again, start with the serious point with a bent towards the somatic, but go ahead and share the story. And if you're the one holding space for a friend in need, go ahead and hold that space and hear them. And then, after about 5 or 10 minutes, or I guess whenever the energy has been significantly released or sufficiently released, then go ahead and turn towards what is working. where are the right opportunities, and shift that perspective away from what's not working into what is working. There's a phrase, something like, what you focus on grows. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and relieve the blockage, feel heard, and then notice what is right and what's working. So another piece, when I was discussing my fear around liking feeling good too much, my therapist shared that really a proper flow is a rhythm where we're feeling good and then we're dipping down into some uncertainty and this sort of slow oscillation back and forth. You don't necessarily want to be feeling good all the time. That's not the goal. So I wanted to note that. Just this, this ebb and flow of, feeling good. Not so sure. Okay, feeling good. And then I also took a note. I tried to get in a bunch of words and symbols and things. What is this target feeling? A strong, embodied, somatically fluent man of purpose. Yeah. That's on a grounded rock with this sort of like fist. I guess it's a fist pump action, but just placed out matter-of-factly. It seems to symbolize some sort of healthy boundary that's being set non-violently. Just saying, nope, not for me. I'm not mad at you. I'm going to the kitchen. Really wanting to embody that sense of upward energy, strong in stature. Shoulders back. Nothing aggressed. Shoulders back. Here's my boundary. And I love you. Unless you don't, and you're at work, and that's awkward. So, yeah. I think that's going to be a good place to wrap for today. Strong, embodied, somatically fluent man of purpose. Oh, side note, the purpose does not have to be some massive 5-year plan. The purpose, again, can be, I'm going to be in the kitchen. Just embodying that sense of simple conviction, non-aggression. This is what's happening next. And not needing to maintain that at all times. Don't need to be working all the time. But just every now and then, get into it. And I might start exercising that several times throughout the day. Look at this squirrel. He is bent. He is not sure about me. Thank you. This has been real good. Hit that subscribe button to come along on the journey. Get over to the Patreon page, patreon.com/realgoodlife, and subscribe to donate $1 per month so that we can start taking this journey together. And then go ahead and in the comments, let us know that you donated so we can thank you and start getting to know each other. If you got value out of this video, hit that like button, and I'll see y'all again real soon. See you.